What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, aka the VTuber whose voice doesn't match the model. And today, got a real exciting one for you. It's Death Battle Dante versus Clive. Reacting to. Sorry, just had a. Okay, good. We're filming. Had to make sure I'm filming. And, well, gotta lie. I'm kind of sweating on this one, because on announcement, everyone was saying, Dante has this, Dante has this, Dante has this. But, like, up right as we got closer and closer to release, it's changed. Now everyone says, oh, it's actually really close depending on what you buy. And, you know, that always brings out the most civil of post-episode debates. Still rooting Dante, you know, I like DMC much more than Final Fantasy. Never really got into Final Fantasy. 1 second, intrusive thought, just gotta make sure I'm, as I was saying, was never really into Final Fantasy. Nothing against it, seriously, just a girl from high school, a bit on the heavier set side that I knew. She was big into it. And we always had beef, because I was, like, big into Payday 2 and other shooters. She was big into Final Fantasy and, Kingdom Hearts and stuff. And for whatever reason, that just caused us to have beef, you know? It's high school, but, yeah, so, point being, I'm rooting for Dante, but I can see a way they sort of lawyer their way into having Clive win. There are certain arguments, if you like downplay this, upplay that, etc., etc. So, I'm a bit nervous, but also, just before it begins, final note, but Dante v Bayonetta is like a top 5 of mine, so I'm really looking forward to this. Hoping it's even half length. Even has like half the abilities used. You know, I hope it's good because Dante's first episode's up there, so they have some tough competition. Should. Duh. King Syphilis, let's go.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Without further ado,
it's a dangerous world out there.
they cover
Cultists,
spoilers
demons,
DMC
and evil
5. You know,
businessmen
the
lust for power.
be like
And
5,
every day
6
brings a
year old
new
game at this
cataclysm
point that
humanity
may
must
spoil.
face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party
Well,
time.
the number
Who'd
one rule of
expect anything
devil
less from
hunting
the
is
son
to
of the
have
legendary
fun,
demon
so,
Sparta?
A dark knight
you know,
who, thousands of years ago, woke
hunting
up to
devils
justice and
is
sealed
much
away
like
the demon
gun
lord
safety. As long as you
But
have
then
fun,
Sparta
you're alright.
mysteriously died and his wife
That's
got
the
iced by
word
some
for it.
demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and
Please
set up a
don't
business
reference the
dedicated to
Netflix
one
anime.
thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic
Doesn't
energy,
reference
Dante bolsters his speed,
Pizza
power, and
Sundays,
durability,
Nano
letting him
Ponies,
block
just like
kaiju-sized
Steam
punches,
Mungus.
move faster
But
than a
May
meteor.
And
in
regenerate like an unstoppable
Zero
force of
Five.
nature. As long as he has the
Wait,
energy,
what?
he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through.
I
Basically
don't get
anything.
that
Even
last
without his
part.
regeneration, he survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And Dante's
Time
got
to-
one hell of a sword
time
left
to
by
be a
his
weapon
dad,
artist.
Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger
Pandora.
and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks.
Oh, and that's
Cavalier,
a whole
pair of
lot.
buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog,
It's
fiery
also had
fisticuffs for
at-
boxing and capoeira. And Navan,
Other gauntlets are Gilgamesh, Beowulf, and Ifrith, but
guitar. an electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust,
The
a
Michael
sentient hat that
Jackson
turns
hat.
Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long
Virgil,
dead.
my
In a
goat.
twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed
That's
to
dead
exert his
fluid,
will,
changing
even if
my
it meant
mind.
killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
I
But the
love
defeat only
that
spurred
dude.
Dante's awakening. He
Hey,
learned to
he said
teleport
the
using
title of
Trickster,
the
slow down
game.
time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything,
All right.
then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante
And
can
he
fly
goes Super
and gains an
Saiyan.
enormous boost in speed and power.
It's Super
Naturally,
Saiyan.
his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a
Okay,
whim.
good,
Even
so
later,
they're
Dante
giving Dante
one-shot a
his
stronger
universal
alternate future
scale.
Mundus who had completely merged with the Demon World.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax,
Good,
a
okay.
god so astronomically
Definitely
intense
looking
he had
up
the
to
power of every
Dante.
other demon in existence, a divine
more
deity
confident
of the
now.
sun that Dante also shot in the
In
face.
base.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around.
Oh yeah, that's a
but
fun
no amount of
fact.
style, pizza, or
All the
wahoos
villains
could
he
fill the
fights
hole in
he
his
more or
heart.
less
Sure,
takes on
Virgil was a
place.
power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
No, I
And
actually
for
got
dead
the
weight,
Red
Nero was
Queen
pretty
signed
badass.
by Johnny
Even helping
Young
Dante
Boss.
take on the so-called Demon
at
King Urizen.
Momocon.
Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero
Only
even
11
survived
times light
getting
speed,
melted
that's
down while inside a living statue.
slower than I
It's
thought.
a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready
Cool.
when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides
Devil
alike
suit
by
Dante.
stabbing himself.
Seppuku.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword
I
Dante,
just
and
said
became
that.
Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and
But
two
shook 'em
well-placed
out.
bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into them.
Dante
Okay, I'm
realized that if he
confident.
couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways,
I'm not
he might as
confident
well
on
keep
that
an eye on
speed,
it.
though.
In
That's
one fell swoop,
very
the two
slower
severed
than
the
most
world-spanning
people
demon
put 'em.
tree and prepared for a
So-
permanent departure to the
But
underworld.
You
universal
can choose your
scaling
friends,
makes
but
me
not your
fairly
family.
confident
But if that's
in
what it takes to
Dante's
keep Virgil
victory.
safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Okay,
Proof that as
I'm
long as you
fairly
have the human
confident.
drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Whiz, It's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by Raycon.
Okay, finally,
Keep your
not
ears open and your
gambling.
holiday playlist rolling with
I can
Raycon's
do a
essential
Raycon
open
ad. I
earbuds.
use Raycon.
These open ear earbuds let
Raycon,
you
I
stay
like
connected
it
to your
well
surroundings
enough.
while enjoying your favorite music,
Although I
podcasts,
think
and
I only got,
audiobooks.
like, the
Perfect for a job,
VP2
commute,
and
or
the
hanging
VP3.
out.
One of the
Oh yeah,
early
they sound
models.
great, just as good as some of the big brands.
Yeah, I
but
don't
at
have the
half
ones
the price.
with the
They're
ear
super
hooks,
lightweight,
but-
and somehow they never
No,
fall out.
I'll
It's like
take a
magic.
I
Raycon
think
ad
that's
over
just
a
good
sports
design.
gambling
It's
ad any
magic.
day.
Sure. Black Friday is just around the corner, and Raycon audio products are up to 30% off site-wide.
From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting.
These early deals won't
All right.
last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to buyraycon.com. Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria.
All right,
and its
Dante
prince,
cooked this
Clive
from-
Rossfield. A man
More like
destined to be a
Clive
dominant, the
Bumfield.
host to a mighty guardian icon.
As you
Anybody
can
who's
tell,
a
I
dom
have
can
no
draw
hate.
on magic
I'll have
life juice called ether, becoming a big
severe
scary
issues
monster.
with
And
Clive
commanding the
wins.
element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants
Okay,
are
not-
forces
no
of
universal
nature, and Clive
levels
would
yet.
be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing
Oh,
from his
gosh,
mother
he likes
Annabella,
theater.
Clive and Joshua
Clive's
were
a
only
theater
kind to one
kid.
another. Clive
I
saw
could
the bird
never.
and his brother Boar and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's
I could
shield.
never
Meaning
be
he
a
learned a
theater
bunch
kid.
of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough
Oh,
when
and
Annabella
he's from a
betrayed Rosaria for the
Payslop
Empire of
game,
Sanbreque.
great.
In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is
Oh,
Ifrit a wild
I'll
one.
save it for
Just
that.
standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost
he
limbs,
can become
decimate
a
foes with a
Kaiju.
flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being
nothing
Clive
Dante
couldn't
hasn't
control it.
fought
He didn't even
before.
remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army.
you just
Clive
do,
spent
you know,
13
that's-
years wallowing through life, searching for
happens.
Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This
Edgy.
revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world
I
of
see.
Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to
But
dismantle
why
the system
no?
than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he
So
received
far,
remove,
this
so he
is
could
all,
summon lightning.
From his
Stuff
Bane
from-
Jill, he got Shiva to freeze
it
lava
called,
and even time itself.
preview.
With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks
Okay,
familiar.
With these powers,
can
Clive
cancel a
stepped up
bunch
to
of
lead the
stuff.
bearers,
A lot of the
and even
abilities
reunited
cancel
with
stuff.
Joshua, who
Cancel
was alive
out.
all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well,
Nah.
yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at
Only
the speed of light.
planetary.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster
Okay,
than
only
that,
3
and
times
overpowered
the speed
Omega,
of light,
a
that's-
god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
Okay,
But
so
what
they
made
both
Clive
uni,
strong enough to
that's-
do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become
They
the
were
vessel
both
of
put at
Ultima,
Universal,
an
that's
ancient,
not
all-powerful being that created humanity,
Well,
but
Dante's still
abandoned them after they
faster.
developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But
Oh.
Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw.
Okay.
Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass
does.
who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling
Okay,
against
things
Ultima
aren't looking
initially,
as good
by
for
the end of the
Dante.
fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire
Oh.
species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima
Okay,
literally became Ultima Squared,
I
but
don't
Clive
know who to
still
root
kicked
for. No,
his
I'm still
ass,
rooting for
using his
Clive,
bonds with his
I mean,
brother, his
Dante,
friends,
shoot.
and his unbridled will. Clive
Things are-
killed God
things aren't looking
in a
as
giant
great for
999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a
is
reality.
tough.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Roll credits. Okay, well,
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor,
Oh,
DraftKings.
The
Great.
NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest
Boo,
fantasy game. DraftKings Pick
gambling.
6 is the easiest way to play for
No
big
gambling.
wins, with every
Gambling
possession
bad.
giving you a shot.
Don't
Here's how.
gamble,
Just
kids.
pick more or less on 2 or more stats and unlock the upside every game brings. Oh, also, new DraftKings customers score $50 worth in bonus picks with
These
just a
gambling
$5
sites
entry on
are
your first pick
scams.
set.
Don't just watch basketball. Cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code DEATHBATTLE.
That's code Death Battle. Play just $5, get 50 in
No,
Pick
I-
6 bonus picks. Make the call. Ride the
I
upside.
In
don't
partnership with
think this is
DraftKings Pick 6. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time
That's
offer.
a
See terms
whole lot
at
of, fine
pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
print.
All right,
Well,
the combatants
the
are
fine
set,
print
and we've
was
run the
the
data through all
same
possibilities.
length of the ad.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, I'm hoping Dante wins, but my confidence is a little bit stricken at the moment. Well, at least the fight's hopefully cool. Dog, I'm so scared, Dante.
Hey, I
You
heard your
Dante.
fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Okay, good combo. Oh, dance fighting. That's cool. And nothing.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Alright, oh, that's actually pretty clean. Let's go. So clean. Okay, focus in, Dante.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Okay, this is gonna come down to who powers up the... This is cool. The amount of abilities they're using.
What the hell is that?
A motorcycle. That's all good. Okay, well, powered up too. That's not good. And that's,
Virgil's got some competition.
this might not be good.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Okay, well no, he's still in double trigger, so he still has sin double trigger. Wait, no, Clive also has to do sin too. Okay, well, this is just beautiful.
I won't underestimate you.
Watch him now. Okay, triple S. That's promising. Okay, this is promising.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's in a bag, Smokey. Just like I need
Okay, that's tough.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, fuck.
After a fight like this, that god will be nothing.
Wait, no. Where's my...
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but
Well.
I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through three categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could
I'm
easily beat up
pissed now.
universe-busting
They better
threats.
Mundus and
explain this.
Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster than light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively
Well.
overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time. both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep
no
at
way.
it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital.
Well,
if Ifrit Risen
I'm
catches
gonna
Dante
need to see
outside
a
of Devil Trigger,
source
it's
of
over.
that.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out
debatable.
for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a
Well,
constant source of demon blood.
nope.
Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too,
I might
becoming
actually
even
crash
stronger from
out.
pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure
alright,
just
what's
that
the
much
next
more to
time?
get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive
I'm gonna
Rossfield.
crash out.
Next time on Death Battle.
Ash versus Yugi, let's go. Okay, one I'm interested in.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more
Alright,
Death
well-
Battle. Thanks.
My day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable, so I'm gonna sign off now. See ya.